You know that feeling? You want a phone that actually fits in your hand, but you also want a camera that's, not a total letdown? Well, it looks like Oppo might have finally cracked the code with their Find X9 series, which is set to launch on April 21st. So let's get into it.
All right, let's dive right in. Oppo isn't just dropping one new phone on us. Nope, they're giving us a real choice, a big one. So the question is, are you going to go for the powerhouse or the pocket rocket? So first up, let's talk about the Find X9s Pro. And this phone is really interesting because it's trying to solve a problem that has driven so many of us crazy for years now, that classic trade-off between a phone size and its power.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You pick up a smaller phone that feels great to hold, but you immediately know you're giving something up. Usually it's the camera or the battery life, or both. It's always a compromise.
But what if you didn't have to make that choice anymore? Because based on the leaks we're seeing for the Find X9s Pro, it looks like Oppo is throwing that entire idea out the window. And here's the proof. Just take a look at these specs. We're talking a compact 6.32-inch screen, which is super comfortable. But inside, a flagship-level Dimensity 9500 chip and, get this, dual 200-megapixel cameras. That is an absolutely insane amount of tech to cram into a smaller phone.
And then there's this number. This is the real jaw-dropper, a 7,025 milliamp battery. That is massive. And somehow, they've packed it into a phone that supposedly weighs just 198 grams. That's a huge battery in a phone that won't weigh down your pocket. This is exactly what we mean by no compromises.
Okay, so that's the compact contender. But what if you're someone who just wants more? Well, say hello to the champion of this lineup, the Find X9 Ultra.
And this is where things get turned up to 11. The Ultra takes everything the Pro does and just amplifies it. We're talking a bigger, sharper screen, even faster charging, and a camera system that is just on another planet.
Right. Let's talk about the absolute star of the show here, a 10x optical zoom. And to be clear, this isn't some grainy digital zoom. This is pure hardware. It's a 50-megapixel periscope lens that literally folds light inside the phone, kind of like a submarine periscope, to give you this incredible zoom. This thing is basically a pocket telescope.
But hold on, there's one more piece to this puzzle. Because both of these phones, the Pro and the Ultra, they share a secret weapon. A single piece of hardware that could genuinely change how we think about mobile photography.
It's called the Dangia Color Lens. And the key thing to understand here is that this is not some new filter or a software trick. This is a dedicated physical piece of hardware that's at the heart of the camera system on both of these phones.
And this is a huge deal. The sources are really hammering this point home. Oppo is tackling the age-old problem of capturing true-to-life color, not by tweaking software, but by fundamentally upgrading the hardware that sees the world. So, what's it actually doing? Well, a normal camera sensor sees color in just 3 channels, red, green, and blue. The Dangia lens, it uses 24. Think of it like this. It's like going from being able to hear only basic musical notes to suddenly hearing all the rich, subtle tones in between them. It's capturing a spectrum of color that other phones are completely blind to.
And the result of all this? Absolutely stunning. This number, 15 stops of dynamic range, is frankly incredible. It means the camera can see detail in the absolute brightest brights and the darkest shadows of a scene, all at the same time. For some perspective, most other top-tier flagship phones are tapping out around 12 or 13.
So, what does this mean for your actual photos? Well, imagine taking a picture of a friend standing in a dark doorway with a super bright sunny street behind them. Usually, you'd have to choose what to expose for. With this, the camera is designed to capture all the detail on your friend's face and in the bright sky perfectly. It also means way more natural skin tones and colors that look right even under weird mixed lighting.
Okay, so we've got the specs, we've got the secret weapon. Now for the big question. Which one of these is the right phone for you?
And honestly, it really just boils down to your priorities. The Pocket Rocket X9s Pro is for anyone who has been waiting, maybe for years, for a truly compact phone that doesn't skimp on power or battery. But the Powerhouse Ultra? That's for the person who wants the absolute best of everything, the biggest screen, the fastest charging, and that unbelievable 10x zoom.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's pretty clear that Oppo is pushing the absolute boundaries of what a phone camera can do. But it also leaves us with this really wild question to think about. When our phones can literally capture more color and more detail than our own eyes can see, what's even next for the world of photography?